Lewim Brzeszki in the Opolskie province. About 90% of the town is underwater. An evacuation operation began there yesterday. It was the same as in 97, the same, identical. The water went through the foundations to the house and it was over. And this time we didn't expect it because we were sure of the dams. Localities around Lewim Brzeszki are busy preparing for the arrival of the floodwaters. In Brzeg, 15 kilometres away, thousands of people of all ages took part in strengthening the embankments. The situation is difficult at the moment, but all the time we are trying to strengthen our town as much as possible. We are constantly packing sand, taking those bags out as fast as we can. There is a very strong commitment of people, services. Everyone who can helps. The wave, which will pass through Brzeg and Oława, is expected to reach Wrocław in the next few hours. And these few hours will decide the fate of the city. Then there may be a retreat of the Brzeszczyca, Ślęża and Oława, and there may be flooding, but this condition should subside, including the retreat of the culmination wave, so around Saturday it should be safe. The capital of Lower Silesia may be saved by a reservoir in Racibórz Dolny. This satellite image shows how the facility has filled with water in recent days. The people of Wrocław are not waiting with folded arms for the wave to pass. No one here wants a repeat of the 1997 tragedy. We are also helped by this sunshine, which is optimistic. I think people have so much faith and hope. With the rest you can see it. Everyone here has the strength to do it. Water has devastated a number of towns in southwestern Poland. Ruined homes, destroyed infrastructure, flooded cars, destroyed hospitals and schools. This is a real tragedy for thousands of people.
Wody zalały nam
The water
aulę,
flooded our
kotłownię, halę
auditorium, the boiler room,
gimnastyczną,
the gym, all underground rooms,
wszystkie
the
pomieszczenia
cafeteria, the
poziomu.
kitchen. No one will be able to recover from these losses without government help. So far the government has announced emergency aid of 10,000 zloty, up to 100,000 for repairs and up to 200,000 for rebuilding a house. A new proposal was made today. 12 months of loan instalments will be paid by us as a state through the Borrower Support Fund. Earlier, the head of the Climate Ministry announced the launch of a loan for flood victims. The proposal sparked outrage among people who lost everything. I also had a low-interest loan in 97, but all the commissions associated with taking out this loan documents, it was a horror. You had to hire a company because you couldn't do things yourself. Money here, money there. According to Law and Justice, all forms of support announced by the government are far from sufficient. A special edition of the government Strategic Investment Fund should be launched immediately. Yes, this government fund, which we have implemented many times. It is necessary to mobilise several billion zloty from the budget. So far, Donald Tusk has announced the allocation of 2 billion zloty to help flood victims. Considering the scale of destruction, it is clear that this amount is far from sufficient. Maciej Strug, TV Republika.